this headline reads, Asheville residents battling apocalyptic aftermath of Hurricane Helene after deadly flooding and landslides.
There's 1,000 people missing right now.
Yeah.
1,000 people missing.
Missing.
100 something dead. 1,000 people missing. The entire community literally gone. Dude, it's way worse, I think, than what people realize.
Now, Joe Biden was exiting Air Force One, and a couple of journalists had the opportunity to speak with him.
Are there any more resources the federal government could be giving them?
No, we have pre-planned a significant amount of it, even though they didn't ask for it yet. Hadn't asked for it yet.
There's 1,000 Americans missing, and you guys are sending $8 billion to Ukraine 3 days ago. Is Ukraine sending us any of that money back to help these people?
Right.
Is China sending any money back to us?
Israel.
Is Israel sending any money back? Or are any of these countries sending us money to take care of our people? Just curious, because I'm pretty sure they're not. And I'm pretty sure these people hate America so much and hate Americans so much that they'd rather send the money overseas so they can get their cut of it than take care of people when they need it the most. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to motherfucking reality. Guys, today we have Andy and DJ
Cruise the motherfucking internet.
That's what we're going to do. That's what CTI stands for. We're going to put topics of the day up here on the screen. We're going to speculate on what's true and what's not true. We're probably going to make fun of some people. And then we're going to talk about how we, the people, have to solve these problems going on in the world. Other times throughout the week, you're going to notice that we have shows within the show. It's not the same show every day. Usually we have Q&AF in the beginning of the week so we can get better and get some momentum going through the week. That's where you ask the questions and we give you the answers. The questions are usually about how to get better, entrepreneurship, personal development, things of that sort, how to kick ass and be badass. And we answer them right here on the show. So if you want your question answered on the show, you can do that a few different ways. The first way is,
guys, email these questions into askandy@andyfrisella.com.
Or you go on YouTube on the Q&AF episodes and you drop your question in the comments and we'll pick some from there as well. Other times we're going to have real talk. Real talk is just 5 to 20 minutes of me giving you some real talk. Could be about what's going on in the world. Could be some personal development. Could be a whole bunch of things. Whatever I feel I want to talk about. And then we have 75 Hard Verses. That's where someone comes on the show who has completed the 75 Hard program. They talk about how their life was before, how their life is now, and how they use the 75 Hard program to become the person that they are now, okay? Get their shit together. That is available at episode 208. If you're unfamiliar with the 75 Hard program, it is the initial phase of the Live Hard program. Again, you can get that at episode 208 on the audio feed only. It is not on YouTube. Audio only, anywhere audio podcasts are found. It includes the entire Live Hard program, the entire 75 Hard program, a bunch of chapters on mental toughness, why it's important, how to cultivate it, how to apply it to your life, a bunch of case studies on some famous people who have used mental toughness to become the people that you recognize. And you can get that book at andyfrisella.com. It's called The Book on Mental Toughness. All right. So we got free, totally free. Get the whole program, episode 208 on the audio feed. But you can also buy the book. The book is more in depth and apparently people like it because we have a hard time keeping it in stock. So you can get that at andyfrisella.com. Now, we do things a little different here. We're not going to talk for 40 minutes about stuff that I am paid to speak about and don't actually use, like every other podcast that is this size in the world. I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. So we don't do ads on the show, and for that reason, I make a little deal with you. We are constantly getting shadow banned, censored, traffic throttle, whatever you want to talk about, because we talk about things that other people just quite honestly won't talk about. So we need your help getting the show out. So if you listen to the show and it makes you think, if it makes you laugh, it brings you a good perspective. If you see a little clip of it out there on the internet, if you want to make a clip out there on the internet, please help us grow the show. All right. Without your help, the message doesn't get out. So don't be a hoe.
Share the show.
All right. What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
What you doing?
Nothing much, man. You know, getting ready for this week.
Yeah.
Got a big week.
We do?
No.
Oh.
I don't.
I do? What do I got going on?
I don't know.
Normal stuff?
Yeah, podcasting, YouTubing and shit.
Podcast, the life of a podcaster and a YouTuber. That's right.
What's going on, man?
Oh, nothing, man. Just,
Noticing
getting back into training, Feeling pretty good. Was injured for the last 7-8 weeks. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Notice anything different about me?
That zit on your head
Come on,
that you're trying to cover with that Trump hat. I'm kind of curious on what it's going to vote for. Which way is it going to vote? Why don't you show people that fucking monstrosity you got there?
I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Fucking Mount DJ on the fucking side of his face. I bet you could scale that. You get in the Guinness Book of World Records. What?
Listen, man, it happens, man. You know, they come and go every now and then.
That's what happens when you're a young buck, bro.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, it happens,
You don't want to show the people Mount DJ?
Mm-mm.
All right.
I'm sure they'll make fucking memes of it. It's fine. But yeah, man.
You're like a girl, bro. You got a pimple. You're trying to cover it up.
Right before prom, bro.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, man.
People ain't gonna like that hat, I don't think.
Homecoming.
Well, actually, I think our people are gonna love that hat.
Dude, I love this hat, actually. I got this.
Go ahead, pull that thing off.
No, I like it so much, I'm gonna leave it on.
Okay.
No, man, I got it actually. One of my favorite little spots to go to when I take my little shindigs out of town. It's this place called Boomland off of 55. And it's like one of those like small town general stores, and they have fucking everything there. Like anything. You could go in there, you could buy a lawn chair. Boomland.
Boomland.
Yeah. You can buy like a lawn chair.
That sounds like it could be a gun store.
Everything.
It sounds like it could be a strip club.
Bro, all of it.
It sounds like it could be a regular club.
It's all of that.
Oh.
In one place.
Where is this?
It's in, well, I mean, I don't know. The town's not called Boomland. It's like right outside of Sykeston on 55.
Yeah. Boomland.
Yeah.
Right, shout out to Boomland.
Exit 81.
All right.
Yeah. It's a great place. It's like always my like halfway point, gas up, and you know, you get some cinnamon roasted pecans, you know. Yeah,
the good country shit.
Good country shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they have an entire wall of just like Trump shit.
There's a place down in Robertsville on the down 44 that had, you know what I'm talking about? Yep. That place that's got the roof painted.
Yep.
And they got the saltwater taffy. Dude. When I was living in Springfield, I went there almost every time on the way back. Yeah, dude.
That was like the stop.
Yeah. I get it.
Boomland's my stop, man.
Boomland.
I love it.
What was the name of that place? That Robertsville place. We got to give them some credit.
Oh, Robertsville. Search it. Robertsville.
Robertsville stores. Because it's probably the only store down there. Yeah.
Redmond's?
I think that's what it is. Redmond's. Yeah. Huh. Did you remember that or did you look that up? Really? That's impressive. What? That's a good spot.
Nothing. Oh, that's great.
What? Joe likes food, bro. We ain't no fucking. We all like food here.
You mean the one stop at 123 Sesame Street over there,
bro?
63125.
I tell you another place, bro. There's a place out by Columbia that's called the Iron Skillet.
The Iron Skillet.
Yeah,
that sounds like a great place.
Oh man, it was. And there's a good place. There's a great place in Springfield too for breakfast stuff. It's called Ziggy's.
Ziggy's.
Yeah.
Ziggy's.
These are all my spots. Ziggy's got fucking skillets, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Like steak, eggs.
Country fried steak skillet.
Onions in there.
Yeah. No onions. Yeah.
Dude, people are still hammering us about the fucking onions. We'll get to that a little bit later. Oh, yeah. Well, more you than me.
That's all right. I'm used to it.
I'm just gay, apparently. But let's get into this. But I wanted to bring this up. I thought this was freaking awesome. A little intro clip here. Trump went to the Alabama-Georgia game.
I saw.
Holy
I watched the game.
Shit.
The game was
incredible. Ridiculous. I mean, like great. I mean, just amazing athletes.
That number 2 from Alabama, bro.
Dude,
17 years old,
bro.
just dominating people.
Bro.
That's like a high school kid just kicking their ass.
But see, and the crazy thing is, man, and I don't know if most people could ever say that they've experienced or have been in a place with the amount of energy that was in that fucking stadium. Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
Holy shit,
That's what college football's about, bro.
Dude.
Texas had 101,000 people at their game.
Fuck.
Yeah. You know, I'm a lifelong Texas fan.
Yeah.
It feels good to watch them just fucking dick smash people.
Yeah.
You know?
Lots of smashing dicks.
Well, you know, I like that anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad Texas is on board with it now.
But yeah, dude, Trump went there, man.
When are you guys going to have me down to do a locker room talk, motherfuckers?
Oh, bro,
I've only been cheering for you my whole life. I get the best motivation speech you ever heard.
Oh, that'd be lit. Go out there and smash some dicks.
Give the old dick twist.
Old dick twist. But no, dude, Trump went to this game, man, and it was, dude, the shit was wild.
I'm serious though, Texas. Call me.
Yeah. So let's dive into this a little bit, man. Former President Donald Trump received a loud welcome from the crowd attending the college football game between the University of Alabama and the University of Georgia. Trump's guests included Kid Rock, Hank Williams Jr., John Daly, Senator Tommy Tuberville, Senator Steve Daines, and Senator Katie Britt. The former president was recognized by the announcer. They put him on the Jumbotron. Just watch this fucking clip when he enters his booth. Let's just check this out. Well, they jamming too.
What are they playing there? He's eating the cats.
Is that Waka Flocka? That's Waka Flocka.
Bro, Trump's got swag, bro. Bro, how crazy is it to notice the cultural swing that's happened for this man?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Over the last 4.5 years.
Yeah. More important, I mean, dude, even in the last 6 months, it's changed.
Dude. People are tired of the shit, dude.
It's wild.
It's really fun watching everybody realize it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Look at this view from the crowd checking out Trump when he gets on the Jumbotron. Dang. They're starting to chant USA and shit. Like, dude, this is just fucking awesome. Now, he was not the only politician to visit a college football game that's in the running right now. Tim Walz went to a college football game as well.
Do you think he understands the rules of football?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely. Why are they cheering? Did they just score a basket?
That's right.
No, man. But
you ever watch how fake that dude is? Like his mannerisms and shit? Like his
dude's weird. He's into, I guarantee you he's into some weird fetishes. Guaranteed.
Listen. I got no comment, but I'm going to tell you this. That dude's theatrical, like, he needs a coach.
Yeah.
Because it comes across as super disingenuous.
Very mayonnaise.
Dude, not just mayonnaise, just highly manipulative bullshit.
Yeah. Well,
like when he does that thing where he's like,
yeah,
like, no, look, man, I've been on stage, bro. Like, that's just some shit you do. Like,
yeah, right.
And he's just doing it so fast, it looks fake as fuck. You know, like,
now what he really should do.
Look, bro, you can't see anybody up on stage. You don't know if people are like looking. You have no idea. And maybe I have a unique perspective because I've been on those stages, but like,
he's pointing to the blind,
the
blind section.
Yeah, you can't see shit up there, man. And he's trying to, yeah. Anyway, let's see what old Timmy had.
Well, he did some pointing.
Did he?
With the middle finger, bro. He flicked.
No, he didn't.
Bro, he flicked the kids off, bro.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Bro, look. Tim Walz appears to flip off Michigan college kids shouting Trump 2024 baby at football game.
He didn't.
Bro, he flicked them off.
Hold on, let's see.
He did some pointing. Vice presidential candidate Governor Tim Walz appeared to give the finger to Michigan college students in Ann Arbor Sunday, where he was attending the Michigan-Minnesota college football game. Michigan fans booed Walz, told him to, quote, get out of here, and shouted Trump 2024, baby, at the governor. Walz watched the game in a private box shared by former U.S. Rep.
Oh, God.
Beto O'Douche. Yeah.
Beto O'Rourke. Damn right we're taking your AR-15s.
I think that was, he says it with way less testosterone.
I mean, I couldn't think of a better name than Beta O'Rourke. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk about a dude. The dude's never seen boobies.
No.
Never in his life. Unless it's on the internet.
OnlyFans.
That's right.
I guarantee you he spends a decent amount. I would be willing to bet. Speculations.
Does he have a wife? They have kids?
I'm not sure. I thought he was gay. Is he not really?
I bet he's not even seen his wife's boobies. She probably just doesn't even show him.
We are a family unit partnership.
Yes. It's an arrangement. All right.
Let's check Tim Walz flipping off some college kids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Trump 2024, baby.
Flicks them off.
I kind of respect it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be hard to be hated by that many people.
Flicks him off. Jesus.
And then he's like doing his fake ass wave. Like people are bullying you, dude, and you're waving at them. Look at him. Oh, these people love me. No, nobody loves you, bro. You shot people with paintballs during COVID to stay in their fucking house.
Yeah, man. Meanwhile, Trump's partying at fucking Bama with Kid Rock.
Yeah.
That's that point. Yeah, man.
Tim Walz.
I just thought that was interesting.
No balls, walls.
No balls, walls. Yeah. No sugar walls for Mr. Walz.
No balls and sugar walls. That should be a slogan. Tim Walz, 24. No balls and no sugar walls. Equal opportunities.
Oh, man.
Bro, this dude's a clown.
His finger.
Why does he look so old, too? He's not even that old. He just looks old.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I don't know anything about that.
What are you fucking looking at me for, motherfucker?
What? No, I wasn't looking at you like I'm just like that's a
this shit looks
safe.
Good.
No, you're good, man.
No, this is fashion right here.
Yeah, bro.
This is not listen, I dyed this shit gray on purpose. What? What? I did it on purpose, man. That's why it looks so good. What?
No, dude, you're good, man.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah. Guys, tell us what you guys think down in the comments.
Joe does too, bro. That's where I got it from.
Joe's beard
Joe's
looks
the
like
one who put me onto it. He's like, hey, man. He's like, that beard's looking a little dark. You need to throw some salt and pepper in there. You look fashionable.
Fashionable.
Joe knows what's cool.
Joe's beard looks like a paintbrush.
What are you talking about? Look at that handsome man back there. Listen. That's right. Everything's all over the place. Oh, man. Joe, you might want to Google those Picassos, buddy.
This looks like Salvador Dali, big ass upper with the little ass legs. Yeah, look up some Salvador Dali paintings, motherfucker. That's what you look like.
Oh, it's an artist.
Mine looks like Michelangelo. All these big muscle, little wiener. Why do they always make the wieners on the statue little, man?
Hey, man, they're historically
Why do they always do that? No. Okay.
For educational purposes, guys.
Fact check that.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, let's get into our cruise, man. Let's get into these headlines. Guys, remember, if you want to see any of these pictures, articles, links, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. You guys can find them all linked there. Headline number one. Got to talk about the national story of the day right now going on. Obviously, there is a natural disaster that is happening in the country.
Bro.
It's crazy.
It's
man.
horrible.
It's absolutely wild. This headline reads, Asheville residents battling apocalyptic aftermath of Hurricane Helene after deadly flooding and landslides. Now, if you're listening to us on audio, you might want to head over to YouTube. Come check some of these images out because, man, they're absolutely wild. The devastation and, I mean, dude, just the path of this thing. It's wild.
There's 1,000 people missing right now.
Yeah.
1,000 people missing.
Missing.
100-something dead. 1,000 people missing. The entire community literally gone. Dude, it's way worse, I think, than what people realize.
Yeah. And, of course, we got to check in with what, our leadership in this country, in air quotes, has to say when they went to talk to Joe Biden about it. Joe Biden, this headline reads, Joe Biden tells Americans suffering in flood disaster zone, no, there won't be more resources coming. We've given them all we have. From a leadership standpoint, great statement. After another devastating disaster hit the southern United States this week, and the Biden-Harris administration is nowhere to be found. No, they're found. Biden's at his beach house, chilling.
And Kamala's in San Francisco raising money.
Right.
Yeah.
So the southeastern United States was plunged into devastation after Category 4 Hurricane Helene, the strongest hurricane to ever strike Florida's Big Bend region, unleashed catastrophic destruction across 6 states. Helene's ferocious winds and torrential rains have claimed at least 95 lives, left millions without power, and trapped countless families in floodwaters, particularly in North Carolina, where entire communities have been cut off from vital sources. Now, Joe Biden was exiting Air Force One, and a couple of journalists had an opportunity to speak with him. I believe it was unscripted, and let's see what he had to say.
Do you have any words for the victims of the hurricane?
Yes, it's tragic. Matter of fact, we're trying to get the exact number. My FEMA advisor is on the ground in Florida right now. There's a distinction between the numbers that FEMA's used and the ones that are used by the locals. So it really is amazing. You saw the photographs. It's stunning.
It's unbelievable. That
It really is.
Such a wide area.
And we've given them all everything that we have. We're on the ground ahead of time, so we're working hard.
Are there any more resources the federal government could be giving them?
No, we've given them. We have pre-planned a significant amount of it, even though they didn't ask for it yet. Hadn't asked for it yet.
Yeah. He's a bad communicator, dude. I mean, that's first of all, those adjectives are like not the ones to use. Amazing, stunning. No, it's fucking horrible, bro.
It's terrible.
There's 1,000 Americans missing, and you guys are sending $8 billion to Ukraine 3 days ago. And you sent $100 billion. Is Ukraine sending us any of that money back to help these people?
Right.
Is China sending any money back to us?
Israel.
Is Israel sending any money back? Or are any of these countries sending us money to take care of our people? Just curious. Because I'm pretty sure they're not. And I'm pretty sure these people hate America so much and hate Americans so much that they'd rather send the money overseas so they can get their fucking cut of it than take care of people when they need it the most. And that's what we're dealing with in this country. The good thing is that I have seen an amazing response from American citizens. I've seen people like my buddy Vinny, who's organizing all kinds of aid, and people with personal helicopters flying in aid. Bro, I saw a clip from this, and you know how I feel about most of the media, but I saw this guy from Fox News who was on the ground, and they were asking him for a report. Did you see this? Mm-mm. Yeah, bro. You see it, Zishan? It was awesome. This guy, total respect to this man. And you know how hard it is for me to say that about some of the media on a national level. All right. This guy says, hey, we're cutting the break. I got to help this person. And fucking took his shit off, waded through the water up to his fucking head, and pulled this woman out of her car and brought her back.
That's awesome.
Bro, it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen, because people are sending me clips, I've seen hundreds of those things. Yeah. But for a grown man in the media to put his shit down and say, hey, this is more important than that. And say, dude, it almost makes me emotional, bro, because that's what America's about. Yeah. What's happening there is what America's true colors are. No one cares that you're black or white or this or that or Democrat, Republican. The good people of the world come together in times like this. And as bad as it is and as horrible as it is, and I think it's going to be one of the most horrible natural disasters that I've seen in my life with 1,000 people missing, it shows what we're made of here. Yeah. And, don't let these people make you think it's different, bro. It's always been that way. America is a special place. And when things get hard, we put our differences aside, we come together and we take care of each other. And as bad as this situation has been to watch, that's been amazing to see. Yeah. It's seeing people come to, it makes me have hope for what we really are all about here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and we have seen this before, right? Like, I mean, we've seen it in 2013 with Hurricane Katrina, or was that 2008? When was that? Shit, sorry, 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've seen that with Hurricane Katrina, even here locally, bro. Like, I mean, I wasn't alive for it, but the Great Flood of '93 here in St. Louis,
bro. We were out of school when that happened. Mm-hmm. In '93, we had some of the worst flooding, I think, in 100 years here in St. Louis that we ever had. 100-year flood, bro. We were sandbagging. We were 13. I was 12, 13 years old. We were out. Everybody was. We didn't even go to school. Everybody was out participating and making sure that shit was good. And as hard as it is to watch this, I've talked to a lot of my friends on the ground. There's people without power for 2-3 weeks, is what they're saying. Without water for 2-3 weeks. Jenna and Chris, no water, no power for like 2 weeks. They told them. But I mean, some people, bro, they lost everything. They've lost everything. Imagine you going out of the house and coming back and your shit is just gone. Your house is gone. Your pets are gone. Your business is gone. It's fucking gone. It's not like, oh, we got some damage. Like, it's gone. Like, bro, that's nobody should have to go through that.
Yeah.
Nobody should have to go through that.
Well, and like the implications, just like, looking ahead, man. I mean, we're what, 36 days now?
Yeah.
Away from the election. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are like, I mean, the effects of this is going to be definitely long standing. And there's going to be a lot to deal with here. For sure. But I want to bring up something too that was interesting. And especially with the timing of, I guess, the statement. Now, you've said this plenty of times on record that something big is going to come, right? Between now and the time of the election, that, some type of, black flag event.
Yeah, you see what Hillary Clinton said?
Well, that's interesting because I have it.
Okay.
And I thought just the timing of everything was a little weird to me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but let's dive into this a little bit. Hillary Clinton warns October surprise will upend election.
Warns, meaning it's not going to be good for them.
Twice failed presidential hopeful Hillary Clinton predicted an October surprise would upend the 2024 election during remarks for an episode of Firing Line Show with Margaret Hoover, which Firing Line Show, that's interesting.
Show for her to be on.
It's an interesting show.
Maybe that's a little
might be
foreshadowing.
You're right.
Yeah.
Margaret Hoover teed up Hillary Clinton by leaning into the idea that Hillary is just like Cassandra, the Greek mythological figure who could see the future and the prophecies, but was never believed. Let's check this clip out.
That sounds familiar. That sounds fucking familiar. I'm pretty sure I told everybody what was going to happen with the migrants 4 fucking years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, you're conspiracy. You're racist. Okay. Anyway,
We'll see.
I can make a whole list of all the things. That's for another time.
Let's check this clip out.
You liken yourself to Cassandra, the Greek mythological figure who could see the future and the prophecies, but was never believed. Putting that Cassandra hat on for the moment, but we're listening. What is something you see happening in the near future that we should be taking more seriously?
Well, I do think that the press needs a consistent the press that's not supporting Trump blatantly, very persistently, the press that's trying to be the press, be objective, be, reporting the facts, the press needs a consistent narrative about the danger that Trump poses. Because, people may still look at the danger and say, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I'm going to vote for him for X, Y, or Z. But okay. But at least people need to be woken up and given the facts about what he has done, is saying, and would do. And I anticipate that, something will happen in October, as it always does. The Russians, as I said earlier, are very active in this election. We know the Iranians are active as well. Chinese uses TikTok, or they certainly did against Biden and for Trump. I think they're a little less pro-Trump right now. So you look at where people get their information, and they get their information largely from social media. And so the campaign is doing the best job it can to combat both domestic and foreign false disinformation. But I anticipate there will be a full court press in October. The digital airwaves will be filled. And why does that matter? Because the press that is pro-Trump anyway, oftentimes stories are put on digitally that then are picked up by, let's say, at Fox and others. And then those stories are stories, so the mainstream press reports on them, and so that story then takes on a life of its own. There will be concerted efforts to distort and pervert Kamala Harris, who she is, what she stands for, what she's done. The crazy story about me running a child trafficking operation out of a basement of a pizzeria, don't laugh. It was a huge story. And it got one young man in North Carolina to get in his car with his, assault rifle and drive up to liberate these non-existent children and shoot up a pizzeria in Washington, D.C. This is dangerous stuff. It starts online, often on the dark web. It migrates. It's picked up by the pro-Trump media. It's then reported on by everybody else, which makes sure it has about 100% coverage. And people believe it. So I don't know what it's going to be, but it will be something, and we'll have to work very, very hard to make sure that it is exposed as the lie that it is.
Okay.
So migration is bad, huh?
Okay, hold on. I got a lot to say here. Do you have more after this, or is that?
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing after that is that, it appears there's already some funky business happening. You got AT&T, Verizon, they're having some national outages going on right now. And I don't know if that's a test of the
nothing else really.
Nothing else.
All right, look. First of all, do you mean everything she said is what they do? Okay, so everything she just said, go back and listen to the clip, is what they have done for the last 7.5 years since 2016, and likely before that, we just weren't aware of it. When she talks about the kids being non-existent where are all these missing children then? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not saying that you slaughtered them and ate them or whatever everybody else says, but where are they? And why is it swept under the rug? I think people are starting to realize, why is there a pro-pedophilia narrative in the world? She sat in front of a sign that said global initiative, okay? And this globalism, which is communism, in all of these countries that are supporting the World Economic Forum, there is pro-pedophilia legislation being passed, lowering the age of consent, removing consent, giving the child the right to consent at any age with an adult. So you're telling me of an 8-year-old child, if they say, yeah, it's okay to do that with the adult, that's okay? That's what these people are saying globally. Now
they're pushing for.
Okay, it hasn't happened here yet. So Hillary, just explain all that to us. Like, get up there and explain all that. You say it's bullshit. Why is it bullshit? We'll listen to that. But up until this point of time, you have not provided any solution or any correction or anything that makes sense. All you've done is make a joke of it, which is why people take it serious. All right? On top of that, the Russians. Do you mean like how Russia interfered in the 2016 election and then Russiagate happened and all of a sudden Trump was a Russian asset? And then we found out that you actually made up the narrative yourself. You paid for the narrative to be created and it went everywhere.
Like that narrative?
Yeah. You mean like that Russian narrative? Like, do you really think that anybody outside your core supporters who will vote for them no matter what, they aren't open to any sort of consideration or common sense or logic discussion? It's all emotional. It's all name calling. And when people call you names, bro, they've lost the argument. So when we talk about Russia being very active in this election, are you talking about how they were active in the last election?
Right.
That destroyed the last 7 years of our coexistence here in this country because you personally have polarized people through various means and various causes because you personally are putting your wants and needs and dreams and desires above all the American people. So is that what you're talking about?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So when we consider all the shit she just said, what I hear is that we know some big news is about to break and it's total lies. Don't believe it. That's what I heard her say, which makes me think that it's 100% true. Just like, when the Hunter Biden laptop story came out and it proved before the 2020 election to the point where a large percentage of Democrats admitted post-election that had they known about that, they would have voted for Trump or not voted. Mm-hmm. But it proved that Joe Biden was taking money, pay for play, that he was he was for sale for influence, that you had Hunter Biden doing all kinds of crazy shit in the name of his family, not to mention, you know, all the stuff that's being talked about, like the parties and the drugs and, you know, potentially speculatively underage girls. All of these things got thrown out into the public, and then none of the actual treasonous shit was covered. You see what I'm saying? So are we talking about that? Like, these people have done all of this shit, period. Yeah. And when she talks about, you know, what Trump has done and will do, you guys forget that we are not total morons, okay? Like, we had 4 years of Trump, and most of the people, the working class people, the people who actually go out, work hard, whether they're just getting by or whether they're middle class or whether they're upper middle class or whether they're a small business entrepreneur that does well for themselves like I am, we all did better on Trump. You think you're going to convince us that it's been better? So we already know what Trump did during his first 4 years. We also know what's happened the last 4 years. We are very aware of it. It's been the most chaotic, the most drama-filled, the most divisive. Dude, we had literally our own government in the last 4 years create a list for patriotic Americans, people who for my whole entire life were celebrated as patriots, people who fly American flags, people who celebrate the holidays, people who serve in our military, people who generally just give a lot of fucks about America. The people who we've been told, the home of the brave, okay? The people who have gone out, and those people by this government have been told to shut up or you will be on a terrorism list. Okay? That's what we've been dealing with, Hillary. So, fuck you. How about that? That's where I'm at. With all of you and all of your shit and all of your people and your little cabal and all your relationships and all the establishment people who for years and years and years and years and years, decades now, you have put the American people last on your list of priorities. We could be the wealthiest, most successful country in the world, meaning not just the people at the top. I'm talking top to bottom. Our middle class could be so much better without these people interfering. And they intentionally keep our middle and lower class people struggling and impoverished and handicapped financially, oppressed financially, and then divided by the media so that they can get what they want. And that is not what this country's about. It's not even close to what this country's about. Professional politicians hasn't even been a real thing in this country except the last 50 years. It used to be that guys just like Trump, who were business people, would take time away from their business to serve in our government because they care about all the people. And we're getting back there. That's a great thing. But I promise you that whatever event she is talking about, she already knows about it. There's going to be a black swan major event between now and then that will disrupt everything. And when I say major event, I'm thinking along the lines of 9/11. Okay? And what I think it could be, and this is scary, this is going to be scary to people, but I actually think it could be, Sean Ryan talked about this on his show, and I agree with him. I think it could be a 10-7 style attack where these migrants, bro, they're not going anywhere. Like, you don't understand. There's 20 million migrants. We're getting off in another topic, but people need to understand this math. There's 20 million migrants, most of which are military-age males. Out of that 20 million, there's 650,000 that have already committed violent crimes or rape, all right? We have about 2 million military, and then we have another 1,800,000 police, okay? So we have 3.8 million. Do you think that 20 million of all these military-age males, 80% are military-age males, do you think they're just going to say, okay, time to go back where I came from? No. So I believe we are going to have some major stuff here, and I think it's very important that people prepare for it because they were talking on his show about it being a 10-7 style attack where these people are going door to door, knocking down doors, kicking doors down, and killing American citizens. And I could see that happening.
Yeah.
It scares the shit out of me, dude.
Well, I mean,
and I'm not saying that to scare people, but I think you need to really think about what's going on, because the math doesn't math. If those people decide that they want to stay, we got a problem, dude. A real problem.
Not only that, we know they have the means. These people have already got their hands on weapons. We know they can communicate, because guess who gave them fucking phones? Right, they have the means are all there. Like, all of the fucking writings are on the wall.
Yeah.
It's definitely a realistic possibility.
And these people did that intentionally.
Well, that's the other part. Like,
do you have this later in the show at all?
Nah, we touch on migrants a little bit.
Okay.
Later, but yeah.
The point is that these people did this intentionally.
Right.
They did this intentionally, and it's putting all of America's lives at risk. Like, if you're in the cities, dude, where this is happening, you have to be prepared for what could happen. Yeah. And I don't mean just have guns and food and water. I mean, you have to mentally prepare yourself that you might have to take someone else's life to survive. That is a mental conversation that every American male should be having right now.
Yeah. I mean, even to the point on the Iran thing that she brought up, right? Like, speaking of Iran, who gave them $6 billion that started all of this bullshit in the Middle East?
Biden.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how does a country like Iran's GDP literally doubles in the time that this man was in office? Went from
because it's intentional.
You know what I'm saying? So like they intentionally do certain policies. They intentionally cut certain deals that makes that shit even more of a possibility.
Yeah,
and then act like they're completely
of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Remember, dude. Remember those stats that I just gave out. The 650,000 criminals that are already here. Most people think there's like 8 million migrants. There's like closer to 20 million, and 80% of them are military-age males. Those are facts, okay? The real reporting that's coming out is reporting that. Those people are never presented with that data. Mm-hmm. They watch, like when she says, "Oh, the media." There's only one media that's big, that's pro-Trump even at all.
Kind of
Everybody else is way anti-Trump. Like, let's not forget that. And she's saying that those are the facts. No, and I don't think that Fox tells all the facts either. I think Fox is biased the other way. Our media is not media anymore. It's propaganda. All of it. And once you open your eyes to the propaganda and you realize that it's not just media, but it's also every song we hear, every movie we see, every show we watch, it's worked into all this shit. Like, I watched this movie over the weekend called Civil War. Mm-hmm. Have you seen that movie? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bro, I've never seen a more disgusting anti-Trump propaganda movie than that.
Anti-Trump supporter.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, the whole movie is... Basically, they don't say it, but Trump is in office and it caused this civil war and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Like, do you guys on the left realize what that would actually look like if that were to happen? I mean, have you seen your guys' side run down the street with their trash can lids and their fucking pool noodles? Like, have you seen it? It's not going to look like that movie like you think it is.
No.
Okay? And it won't happen. It's not something that's going to happen. I think it could happen if they cheat again. I think that could happen.
There's always some weird foreshadowing.
Yeah, but like, dude, these people are lied to about Trump supporters, bro. They make people think that they're all bigots, they're all racist, they're all from the country, they all got fucked up teeth. Like, bro, if you watch that movie, it'll show you what they think of Trump.
What they truly think, man.
Yeah,
and fact.
And you see
I didn't grow up in the country.
Yeah,
so got that wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, man. Like, we got way too much. These people are causing normal people in everyday life who would generally get along and have civil discourse and just disagree to fucking hate each other.
Yeah.
And bro, that's not what America's about. America's about what's happening in Asheville right now. Mm-hmm. Nobody's stopping that person saying, like, nobody's stopping someone they're saving and saying, "Who you vote for?" It's not happening.
No.
It's not happening, bro. If people help each other, and we got to all remember that these people, it is not left, right, black, white, straight, gay. It is literally us, them. It is us, the people, and them, the corrupt politicians. That's what it is. That's the battle here. And we need to get on the same page, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 100%. Guys, jump in on this conversation down in the comments. Let us know what you guys think. With that being said, let's go cruise some of these comments. This first one comes from at Creighton Chestner, 9583. DJ must be drinking the water that makes the frogs gay.
Well, I mean, are you?
Nope. I mean, unless it's in the peasant water you give me. Is that why you drink the Fiji? I'm drinking those from now on.
Hey.
That's
right.
All right. That's cool, Craig.
I'm drinking this First Form energy drink. This amazing Screaming Freedom.
Some good shit.
Definitely not an ad.
Not an ad, but
if you want to support, you guys are always asking me, how can I support? You go to your grocery store or your local convenience store, pick up one of these amazing Screaming Freedom drinks. Every time you open one, a bald eagle is born.
Definitely won't make you gay.
Yeah.
wait. He said every time you open one, a bald eagle is born.
Yeah, every time.
That's great.
Yeah.
They're an endangered population.
Yeah.
Gotta protect them.
So every time you open a Screaming Freedom, bro. Right?
All right.
See? This is why I don't run ads.
I like it.
For real though. For real though. Buy it and tag me in it. You know what I love too about our people is how they straighten all the cans out.
Oh, dude, it's awesome.
That is so cool, dude.
That's cool to see.
Like, it's a cultural thing. Like, they go into the store, the cans are backwards, and they straighten them all out. It's fucking cool.
No, it's cool. Leave all the other ones alone.
I appreciate you guys.
Love it. It's great culture. This next comment comes from Todd in 84. He says, is Andy aware that potatoes also grow underground?
I am, yeah. But, I mean, potatoes are good. Okay, I'll be real. That's a good one. That makes me think a little bit.
Fair.
It is fair.
It's a fair argument.
Because I do love potatoes. I think it's the ultimate food. If I had to eat one food for the rest of my life, only one, it would be a potato. It does come from the ground.
It's so versatile.
That give me something to think about.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah.
And this last one, this last one comes from at Cedric Brazil 7050. He says, that's how you know Andy is a real white person stereotype. The man was hating on onions, talking about the flavor is nasty. Boy, I know Andy cooked all his food and it's plain as hell now. Laughing my ass off. Oh, I love you guys.
All right,
I love
Cedric, you come over and eat some of my bland food with me, brother. That's
boy, I know.
I'm just trying to keep people away from my cookouts, man.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I just try to keep all the food to myself. Damn. You fucking got me.
He got you.
Yeah, all right.
He got you, man. Guys, we appreciate you for being real ass fans. Thank you guys for liking and commenting. Make sure you guys are subscribed and hit that bell notification on the YouTube. Stay up to date with the latest episodes.
You know what I love most about our crew, our little listener crew, is that everybody tells the funny jokes. No one's politically correct. Everybody jokes about the real shit.
Yep.
No one gives a fuck. You know, and then they go to bat for us when people try to fuck with us on the internet. I love that because that happens every day.
All the time.
Oh, you're fucking, who's this fucking guy? You're a fucking idiot. Okay.
You don't use no seasonings either.
Yeah. Yeah.
That actually happened yesterday. Somebody commented on one of your community posts on YouTube, and there was a Ferrari in the front. You were walking in the back, and this guy commented saying, "Oh, you rented a Ferrari, and that you call winning?" And somebody commented, "You must be new here." That is it. No context, nothing. That was it.
Yeah.
We love it, man. We love it. Let's get back into this cruise, man. We got headline number 2. Headline number 2 reads, Border Patrol Union calls Kamala Harris's Arizona visit a photo op. So she went down to AZ, and I want to meet the person that is running their Twitter account and push out their statements.
Kamala's
for the
Border Patrol.
Bro.
Yeah, I want to shake their hand.
Bro, they give 2 fucks.
Yeah, well, they're tired of getting their ass beat for the last 4 years by these people.
Well,
you know, like, bro, think of the hate they get from people thinking it's them.
Right.
And they're out here undermanned, understaffed, underpaid, trying to keep the border secure the best they can, getting their fucking asses beat on behalf of these people.
And having to deal and like see and fucking handle.
Dude, sometimes you got to stand up for yourself.
Yeah, man.
And I appreciate the fact that they do it.
Yeah, they're awesome, bro. Yeah, the official union of the U.S. Border Patrol accused Vice President Kamala Harris of using her first border visit in over 3 years as a photo op. claiming that she just repeated the things that agents had already been saying. So here's the official tweet from the Border Patrol Union. It reads, quote, Vice President Harris has ignored the border problem she created for over 3 years. She goes down there for 20 minutes for a photo op and decides to repeat some of the things the MPBC has said before. But again, where has she been for the last 3.5 years? I love it. They go on, the MBPC Vice President Art Del Cueto made similar claims on his appearance on Fox News, saying that Harris did not even speak to any agents when she visited the U.S.-Mexico border in Douglas, Arizona on Friday. Check this clip out.
Look, I stood with President Trump when he actually went to the border, to areas that is, notorious for drug smuggling and human smuggling. He stood there. He spoke to the agents. He's been speaking to the boots on the ground for over 8 years. He's spoken to them, asking what's going on. He's gone through the National Border Patrol Council numerous times. He stood there for over an hour in over 100-degree heat with victims of families from illegal aliens, and he spoke to reporters.
From ICE today.
Vice President Harris went down there and she spoke to 2 members of management. She didn't speak to agents. She spoke to 2 members of management. And I'm going to tell you, I bet money that even those 2 members, I feel bad for them because I guarantee you they didn't even want to be there. But she spoke to these 2 members of management and she was there for 20 minutes for a photo op. That's all she did. President Trump actually cares, and he's actually gone down there and met with boots on the ground, and he's done it multiple times for long times every single time he's been there. This is just nothing but a complete photo op. That's all it is. It's her Hail Mary before the election.
Yeah, it calls her out. And then she gets called out even more on Twitter because she posted a photo. Read this. Another photo op fake. Kamala Harris pretends to be briefed on the Hurricane Helene damages, but her earphones are not even attached to the phone.
No way.
Oh, well, boy, it's all smoke and mirrors. So they posted this on Twitter. The Kamala Harris campaign posted this picture on Twitter on Sunday where she pretended to be on the phone with FEMA discussing the damages from Hurricane Helene in the southern United States. Here is the picture. She's acting like she's working so hard on a phone call and the fucking earphones aren't.
Well, I mean, look. That could be speakerphone. I've done that before. I actually did that today.
Leave the headphones in?
Yeah, I did that today, real talk. Like I was on the call on my phones because I use the wire headphones because I don't want them EMF things in my brain. And dude, they say you got to keep that phone in the terms and conditions on the Apple phone. It says you got to keep the phone 5 millimeters away from your body at all time.
Really?
Yeah, otherwise it can hurt you. Now, allegedly. If you look in the terms and conditions, it says that. But anyway, I was on the phone and I walked into Jason's office and I wanted him to hear what we were talking about because I was talking to one of our guys. Left my headphones in, pulled it out, put it on speakerphone, laid it on the table. So that could be that.
So you're voting for Kamala?
No.
Basically is what you're saying.
But what I do think is weird is how come they're trying to show this? This doesn't prove anything, dude. You are not there. Biden is not there. Nobody from your team is there. And I believe Trump is there tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's in Georgia today.
Okay. He's in Georgia today. Well, he's at Asheville today when the show airs. This isn't like a good look. If you're trying to really do PR, she should be there on the ground.
It'd be great PR.
Yeah, but they're not going to do it because they don't care about people. They don't care. They care about themselves. They don't care. They see American people, middle class and below, or whatever you want to call it, as less than. I don't understand. They don't see people as people, bro. They don't see lives that are less than their financial liking worth anything. That's why they allow our cities to become what they've become. That's why when these things happen, they don't care. They care about people who can do things for them. And if you can't do things for them, then you're a less than American, a less than life. And we've heard them say this with their language over and over again. I mean, Hillary Clinton called Trump voters deplorable. Look how they showcase Trump voters. Look how they try to make them seem in propaganda. They make them seem like they're a bunch of redneck dumbasses when in reality, dude, everywhere you go, there's people of all different cultures and religions and ethnicities.
Intellect.
And intellects that vote for Trump because they're so obviously just shitty people.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other part, just onto the same, the border thing, this immigration thing, the illegal non-citizens, okay, people who should not be in this country. There's something interesting happening in Minneapolis. I don't know if you saw. Read this headline. Minneapolis swears in first non-U.S. citizen as police officer. We call this.
Yeah, we did.
We called this. We said there's going to be a point.
There's going to be a push where they try to solve their recruitment issues with these illegal immigrants.
Where people who have no rights in this country will have the power to take yours.
Yep.
We talked about
that.
It.
That should really bother people.
Bro.
Like if they start allowing these people to have guns and authority, it's their country.
Bro. They are legal. Like, listen, and I want to make this, like, because, dude, it's so important that people, like, I think people miss this, right? When people think about law enforcement, they think about police officers, right? There is a tremendous amount of power a police officer has.
The ultimate amount.
Right? Like, we talk about the Constitution. Again, I think people brush over this shit, man. But, like, the rights that we have as citizens, right, are supposed to be protected by the government. You're inalienable. You can't just take them. You can't just take somebody's right. Freedom of speech.
They're not there to impose laws. They're there to protect rights.
Right. Now, a police officer has the power based off of their word and their word alone to literally strip you of your rights, of your right to leave, to go about your business, your freedom to just, like, they literally have the power to remove a citizen's rights. And they're giving this power to somebody who does not have those rights in the first place.
Yeah.
Bro, this is beyond dangerous.
Yeah.
And like, I don't see any logical reason why this would be a good idea.
Well, they're trying to blame it on the recruitment issues, which they caused. Okay, they went around screaming defund the police for 3 years, 4 years. When George Floyd happened and we, you and I said, hey, no, we back these dudes. How much backlash did we get? All of it, bro. We were one of the only people that stood up for that shit. These police officers have been villainized in society's eyes. All right. So nobody wants to be a police officer anymore because they don't get paid enough. Okay. Let's just be real. They just don't. And I know most police officers don't do it for the money. But they should get paid for the risks that they take.
Oh, they got families to feed too.
Fucking dude, listen, they got to go out and put on a weapon every day and deal with people who are fucked up, who are drunk, who are having the worst day of their life. Usually when police deal with these people, that's one of the worst days of that person's life for one reason or another, whether it's an accident or a crime or they're freaking out or domestic or whatever. And police officers have to do that over and over again. They deserve to have some of that money that we send over to all these causes. Okay. That's my opinion. I've been saying that for a long time. Now, when these people, when they start holding these police officers personally liable for someone claiming that they were injured by them or, them arresting the wrong person the wrong way or somebody getting shot in an altercation where it's questionable and they make these people personally liable, not all areas, but in some areas, they have a recruitment issue now because people are like, fuck, dude, I'm going to get paid a little bit of money. I'm going to have to take all this risk. And if I fuck up, dude, I'm going to go to jail. Okay. So they've done that on purpose. That is an intentional thing that they have done to create low recruitment issues so that they can do exactly this in society.
Even the vaccine shit. I mean, fuck, how many police departments were firing their fucking officers for not getting vaccines?
I know, dude.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I bet you do got some recruitment issues.
Yeah.
But the move is to go recruit non-citizens?
No, the move is to fix the problem with the job. Pay them more, create a situation where they're not held personally liable for things that go wrong during a normal course of policing. Okay, there's all kinds of things they could do right to fix the job, but they're not doing it.
It's insane.
And that's no dig on the police officers. They can't fucking do it.
It's out of control.
No, it's the people that are corrupt at the top that are saying, hey, let's do this and we can fill them with this and then we won't have a problem taking their guns or doing this and this and this.
Right.
You know, the reason they haven't taken our guns and ordered our guns to be confiscated is because they know that the everyday police officer is not going to fucking do that. So who could do that? People who don't give a shit about American citizens or the laws or the culture or have any understanding of why we have guns in the first place.
It's insane, man. Guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments. With that being said, let's get to our third and final headline. Headline number 3. Thought this one was interesting. We talk all the time about these people. They are tyrants, right? It's how they talk. It's the words they use. And so I thought this was interesting to bring up. I'm not sure if you saw this one. Let's go back up to New York. New York City Mayor Eric Adams pledges to reign, not resign, as team files to dismiss charges. I thought it was a very interesting choice of words.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Let's dive into this. New York City Mayor Eric Adams spent Sunday praising God and pledging not to resign. Rather, the Democratic mayor, under federal indictment for allegedly soliciting illegal campaign donations from foreign entities and falsifying paper trails to cover them up, said he is, quote, going to reign, according to the New York Post. Adams spoke to the congregation of the Emmanuel Presbyterian Reformed Church in the Bronx for about 30 minutes and refused to answer reporters' questions afterward, the Post reports. Quote, God placed me in this moment and placed in my heart to continue to move this city forward, Adams said on Sunday. Quote, and so you'll hear the small number of loud people saying, but he should step down. No, I'm going to step up. I'm not going to resign. I'm not going to resign. I'm going to reign. Now, okay, maybe you're just like in the heat of a speech. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it happens.
It happens. All right. But like, that's a very interesting choice of word.
Yeah, reign. That sounds like I'm going to rule over you and that's it.
I'm going to continue to rule over you.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
So what? I stole $10 million.
Yeah. Well, that's even if he did. I still think this is retribution for him not going along with the cabal.
And speaking too much on the migration shit for sure. But yeah, so he filed his teams filed a motion to dismiss the bribery charge from the federal indictment. The charge accuses Adams of accepting luxury travel bribes in 2021 and 2022 in exchange for the New York City Fire Department to allow the 36-story Tekivi Center, also known as the Turkish House, to go through despite fire safety concerns. Now, he's back in court. He's due back in court this Wednesday for a conference before U.S. District Judge Dale E. Ho. So we'll see what see what Judge Ho says. And he's facing a lot of fucking time, up to 45 years in prison if he's found convicted. Now, speaking of ruling and reigns and, strikes and shutdowns and, possible resignations. Did you hear about these resignations? This is a big story that nobody's really talking about. I think the timing of this is interesting as well. The U.S. port strikes. Have you been looking at this?
I've heard of it, yeah.
It's not good.
No.
It's not good.
No. And if the people doing it shouldn't do it. You're going to fuck the entire country, dude. I don't know much about it, but I know let's do.
Let's dive into it. The United States port strike by 45,000 dock workers is all but certain to begin at midnight. All right. This is an article from the AP saying that the union representing U.S. dock workers has signaled that 45,000 members will walk off the job at midnight, kicking off a massive strike likely to shut down ports across the East and Gulf Coast. The coming work stoppage threatens to significantly snarl the nation's supply chain, potentially leading to higher prices and delays for households and businesses if it drags on for weeks. That's because the strike by members of the International Longshoremen's Association could cause 36 ports, which handle roughly half of the goods shipped into and out of the United States, to shutter its operations. ILA confirmed over the weekend that its members would hit the picket lines at 12:01 a.m. Tuesday. In a Monday update, the union continued to blame the United States Maritime Alliance, which represents the ports, for continuing to, quote, block the path toward an agreement before the contract deadlines. Quote, the ocean carriers represented by USMX want to enjoy rich billion-dollar profits that they are making in 2024, while they offer ILA longshore workers an unacceptable wage package that we reject. ILA said in a prepared statement, quote, ILA longshore workers deserve to be compensated for the important work they do, keeping American commerce moving and growing. ILA also accused the shippers of, quote, gouging their customers with sizable price increases for containers over recent weeks. The union said that this will result in increased cost for American consumers. The Associated Press reached out to USMX spokesperson for comment. They did not receive one. Now, what they're saying, all of our financial minds of the country are saying that this is probably going to cost about $5 billion a day to our economy. $5 billion a day. All right. 36 ports.
Yeah, and what they're going to tell you, that what they're going to do is they're going to tell you that you're getting gouged from the companies, and the CEOs of companies and the owners of companies and mid-sized companies and those people are gouging you at your prices in the grocery store, at the gas station, everywhere. And you need to vote for Harris and Walz to make it better, because greedy people this is what they did last time this happened. Last time this happened, if you remember, it was, I think, 2020 or 2021. The same thing went down where all these ships set out in the ocean. We weren't unable, and then the news and our current political administration blamed it on entrepreneurs gouging prices, which is total bullshit. Like, people don't understand. If your costs go up, your price has to go up because you have all this overhead to pay for. This goes back into what I was saying last week, where they want to make the price of business so high that you have to unemploy, lay off, or fire your actual human capital so that you can adopt technology, and those people will be jobless so that they can be dependent on the government forever. And that is what they're trying to create here. I don't know the intimate details of this, but this sounds like a piece in that domino play to me.
Well, I mean, they've done it before.
I know. And I don't know enough about the Longshoremen's Association or who runs it or who makes those decisions, but it feels that way.
Yeah.
It feels like part of that play.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, I think right now too, I mean, even with the hurricane shit, like we have enough going on. Like, you're talking about shutting down half of our fucking imports. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I get the whole union thing. I get the whole, I get it. We're in no fucking position to do this right now. Like, no position at all. And who
listen, dude, this
really benefits from this? It's dangerous, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of things dangerous going on. Cancel culture is dangerous. We have all these people wanting to cancel all these different companies all over the place for all these different things, especially American companies. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the AB thing happened, I get it. Like, people were pissed off, but like, bro, those people that you're hurting are the drivers and the bar owners and the fucking your neighbors. And we've got all these people riled up in all this cancel culture shit. And dude, all it does is hurt our own communities and our own people. And there's a lot of things dangerous going on. Political correctness, not being able to speak your mind or have an opinion. If you have anything to lose, you can't say shit, right? Well, then how are the good ideas going to come from the smart people if the smart people who have shit to lose can't say anything? How are they going to get involved? What do you think? Like, this is all preventative to keep the best and brightest out of the game. And it's to keep every regular American that deserves the opportunity to build a good life. You should be able to hold a regular job and afford a regular home that is consistent with that job's pay scale like we have always had in this country. We don't have that anymore, bro.
No.
They've created a scenario and they've lied to do it. They've said, hey, look at that guy over there. That guy's the wealthy guy. He's the one that's cheating you. When they do things like this and make it impossible for businesses, and it trickles down. And people, unfortunately, a lot of people just don't understand how shit actually works.
Yeah, man. Guys, jump Jump in on this conversation. Down in the comments, let us know what you guys think, man.
Yeah, bro, it makes me nervous, man. Everybody should be nervous about what's going on, dude. This is not right. If you're young and this is your first time really paying attention to what's going on, you have to realize this is not how it's supposed to be. It's not how it is. What happened in 2020 was very abnormal. What's happening now is very abnormal. And what you're seeing, in my opinion, is the people who have controlled power for so long losing their grip on power and willing to literally flip the game table over so that they can maintain it. And that's what makes me nervous. I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know the ins and outs, but it feels like it's a part of the play to really hurt Americans, make them weaker, make them poorer, and make them easier to control.
Right before the election.
Yeah, and cause some serious pain to them. And then these people could come out and say, this is what your rich neighbor does. He fucking hates you. All the people that create all the jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The people who sponsor your T-ball team and your event and give you gift baskets for your church and your school and your auction. And they do all this shit. And then they convince everybody to cancel those fucking people. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Okay, we cannot survive with that attitude in America. We need the attitude of what is going on in Asheville right now amongst the citizens everywhere. We need to get together. We need to unify. We need to put all the bullshit aside, and we need to figure out that we are under attack and being intentionally divided on racial lines, on political lines, on sexual orientation lines, on every single fucking line, socioeconomic lines that we can. We are being divided intentionally so that we don't recognize, and we spend all of our time arguing and all of our time bitching and all of our time yelling at this guy and that company and this person, instead of recognizing what's truly happening, which is we are being reigned over by all of these people. They have reigned over us for years and years and years, okay, decades. They are losing that control, and they are looking to create as much dependence on them as possible, which creates job security. And that's happening in a number of different ways. That's happening by intentionally printing all the money. People don't understand this basic idea. If you print more money, that makes your money worth less. They're stealing through inflation, right? So when they say, oh, we don't have any more resources to send to Asheville, well, what they're going to actually do, instead of like pulling back all the money they sent to Ukraine, they're just going to print more money, which makes you poorer. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we're dealing with all these different tips and little strategic tricks and all these things they're doing, which are basically creating a class of people that are always dependent on them. And if you're dependent on the government to eat, drink, survive, who are you going to vote for? You're going to vote for the party that says, hey, personal responsibility, handle your shit, make good decisions, and the opportunity is there? Or are you going to vote for the people that quote unquote guarantee you a certain life? See, a lot of people don't like freedom because it means they have to make better decisions. A lot of people don't want to go out and have personal responsibility because they know they don't have the ability to do that. They don't want to do that. Freedom is not a completely adopted mentality by American citizens. There's a lot of Americans that look at the government and they say the government's job is to provide for me. That's not what this country's about. That's not what it's ever been about. But it's becoming that. And the more it becomes that, the more we move towards communism. So, I could see it very clearly. It just makes me... And I also think this, dude. I think, if you remember in 2020, you remember because we always talk about it, Biden couldn't fill up a gym, right? They needed to close the world down and eliminate travel, eliminate crowds, eliminate all this stuff so that they didn't expose how bad Biden was. This time around, they're just keeping Kamala away from everything, right?
And pushing the social media influencers and shit.
Right. So if you remember the last 30 days, and by the way, they didn't care that there was 40 million people on the street during Black Lives Matter all over the country. They didn't give a shit. They acted like it didn't happen, and COVID knew to stay away from that because that was about a just cause, right? We got to villainize the police. The police are bad. We got to defund them, which creates the scenario we're dealing with now, right? So when you look at like what happened in 2020, where they didn't say anything about the Black Lives Matter rally in terms of COVID being shut down, they don't care, bro. It's not about the truth. It's about what serves them. And so when we look at, the last 30 days before 2020, what did Trump do?
He was out every single day.
Okay, he was out every single day for the last 30 days with groups from 50,000 to 100,000 people every single day. And what he was trying to do, I believe, now I didn't talk to him, he didn't tell me this, but I believe he was trying to show actual visual representation of the support that he had versus the support that Biden had.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They don't want to show that. They don't want to show apples to apples. It's all a game of deception. It's the shell game. Look here, not there.
Mm-hmm.
And when we look at what Trump is doing now, when he's at UFC and he's at Georgia, Alabama, and he's drawn 100,000 people to his speeches, 75,000 people to other speeches. And what are they drawing? Nothing of the sort, okay? And I think that the cultural difference is so different now because so many people are realizing what's going on that I think if they steal it this time, they're going to have a real problem on their hands because everybody sees it, right?
It's going to be impossible.
Well, I mean, it's not impossible.
It's impossible to ignore.
It's not impossible. I mean, they're still putting her up there in the polls. Listen, dude, there's no way that the polls, that she's leading in the polls or she's close in the polls. There's no way, bro. No. She had a 27% approval rating before all this shit happened. All of a sudden, everybody else just jumped on. That's not happening, dude. This is all bullshit. It's all theater, and it's all a shell game to get people to think that she could potentially win with a cheat.
Mm-hmm. So right? When she does win,
they could say, "Oh, it was fair. It was the most secure election in history." Mm-hmm. That's what they said last time. Then, if that's the case, then why are we arguing about all these different things? Yeah. Why did Gavin Newsom just sign a bill into law today, which would be yesterday, today that you're hearing this, that says you don't need an ID to vote? Why would we not have an ID to vote? Well, the story they say is that our minority communities don't know how to they don't have access to IDs.
So why not make a law making it easier to get IDs then?
Why insult entire minority populations by saying they can't get fucking IDs and can't use a computer? You want to know who the racist motherfuckers are? It's the people that tell you from the time that you're born that you are less than, that the world's going to discriminate against you, that you're too dumb to use a computer or get an ID, so we got to make laws so that you can vote for us. Okay, that's racism, bro. Racism is also coming in every 2 years to communities and saying, we're going to get all this fixed. We're going to do all these things. Then they go up there, they get the money, they steal half of it. The other people on the ground steal the other half, and then they blame someone else. That's racism. They're okay with our minority communities getting totally destroyed as long as they can keep power. In fact, that's how they keep power. So there's a lot of shit going on, but dude, I think a lot of people are seeing it.
You just got to be smart.
Yeah, dude. I think a lot of people are seeing it. And what needs to happen, I heard this stat. We talked about this on the show. But there are hundreds of thousands of hunters and gun owners and officers and military that do not fucking vote. They don't vote. Okay? You guys who are out in the rural areas who say all this shit like, oh, well, they bring it out here, we'll handle this. They're going to bring it out there. You guys got to vote. You got to get all your people to vote. Everybody in your small town needs to vote. Everybody you know needs to vote. Everybody has to vote. And when Trump says, if you come out this time, you won't have to do it again, what he's saying is if everybody comes out and votes, if you want to go back to not giving a shit later, you can, because he's going to fix the system of voting. He's going to make it so that we're actually able to have a fair election for real.
Right. Not just the ones that the Democrats win.
Yeah, dude, I just hope everybody votes, man.
Yeah, man. Well, guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments. With that being said, let's get to our final segment of the show as always. Thumbs up or dumb as fuck. That's where we bring a headline in, we talk about it. It'll get one of those two options. This is an interesting one here. My thumbs up or dumb as fuck headline reads, woman breaks into home, then cooks herself shrimp and pasta dinner. Wisconsin cops say.
Did she cook any for the people at the house?
I mean, was it good? Is that Alfredo? Bitch, is that Alfredo?
Yeah. I mean.
Oh, you in my house? Wait.
No, but I was for real, dude. Like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Like, what if I walked in my house?
Did she fuck up anything?
Yeah, like there's somebody there who's just like, hey, I just cooked some pasta and shrimp. You want some?
All right.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking plate.
Yeah. Like,
let's dive into this, man. An accused burglar gave police a fake story to explain while she was in a stranger's home cooking herself a shrimp and pasta dinner, Wisconsin police said. The resident got home around 10:30 p.m. on September 24th after being gone for most of the day, she told police. While still outside, she noticed her lights on and a woman casually walking around inside, Madison police said. The accused burglar told officers she had met the resident at a coffee shop earlier that day, mentioning her name, and said she had gotten the keys and permission to be in the home. The resident refuted the story, saying the two have never met and that the woman was not allowed in her home, according to police. Officers determined that the woman had gathered facts for the fabricated story by looking through items in the home, including mail, all while cooking herself dinner. The woman was arrested and charged with burglary and criminal trespassing, according to the jail records. Here's the accused burglar there.
that's her?
Yep.
All right, so you walk in your house.
And
This person is in there cooking shrimp and pasta. And she says, do you want some? What is the answer?
yeah.
I'm probably not eating anything she's cooking.
I'm probably not. Yeah, I'm not.
Because I'm afraid it's got like some meth in it or something.
for sure.
Yeah, this lady looks...
Now listen, it could be worse. All right, there could be people breaking in, cooking cats and shit in your house. So I'll take the shrimp and pasta.
They're eating the dogs.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the...
The song's just catchy, bro.
It's good. It's
They're
a good
eating
song.
the dogs. Eating the dogs.
Eating the cats. He should have said ducks, but yeah, I mean, I don't.
Huh? What?
What you got on this?
What'd you say? You said ducks?
I said he should have said ducks.
They're eating the ducks?
Yeah, like he never said ducks.
I don't want them to
What
eat
they were, I know,
ducks.
but like that's what they were actually eating.
Bro, I could never go duck hunting ever again. Ever. I get invited to all these duck hunts, dude. My boy Brantley, they have this big duck hunt they go on every year.
Can't do it.
I was gonna go this year, and now I can't
Can't do
because
it.
Emily got fucking ducks, bro, and I love them. Like I never thought in my life that I would love ducks
Yeah,
like that.
they're cool.
They're
man.
like little puppies, dude.
They're
They got
cool.
personalities and they follow you around and they like. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do that, bro. Now, best believe in 2028 we're gonna have the wood chip patrol for all these kid touchers.
Yeah, no shit.
I would not hesitate for that. But
No.
like innocent animals, man, it's just not something I can get down with. And don't come at me with your vegan shit either. I gotta survive. Gotta eat some shit, but I'm just not eating any ducks. But cows are just like dogs. I don't have any cows. I won't own any cows because like what'll happen is I'll end up having to not eat fucking cows.
Yeah, right.
And then it'll be, I can't eat chickens. And then I can't eat, and then I'm going to be 140 pounds like Batista.
Cooking
And-
shrimp and pasta in people's
Yeah.
homes, man. I get it.
Yeah, I do like shrimp though.
Shrimp's fire.
Shrimp is good.
Yeah,
Some people call it the bug of the sea, bugs of the sea.
yeah.
People that don't like shrimp, they're like, those are just giant bugs from the water. I'm like, you're like,
Not too bad.
I think they're pretty good.
Not bad at all. I like them.
You guys like shrimps?
Fucking love
Yeah?
shrimp.
You? What's your favorite kind? You like scampi? What do you like?
Shrimp stews, shrimp.
Come on now. I didn't ask
jumbo
Bubba Gump.
shrimp.
What do you want? Regular shrimp? What's that? Like grilled? Like a little lemon on it?
I do grilled
Yeah, that's
shrimp
good.
cocktails, bro.
Yeah, that's good. I don't like cold cocktail shrimp.
You don't like cocktail
Nah.
shrimp? Oh, bro,
Mm-mm.
I fucking love it.
I like coconut shrimp.
Like some good cocktail sauce.
Coconut shrimp that's
Coconut
my
shrimp
jam.
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want this lady's shrimp.
No. I mean, fuck, dude. It depends, man. I've been to some restaurants where the cooks look just like that. I mean, is that not true? Bro, your fucking average cook who's smoking weed in the back, that guy knows how to fucking cook.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because he knows what it's like to eat good food.
Yeah.
So I could be totally misread. I bet it could be good, man.
Might have been good. All right. What we got on this, Andy?
Oh, man. I'd say the fact that because like she didn't say anything about offering a plate, right?
Yeah.
And then she lied about like she should have just said, hey, man, this looked like a nice house. They look like they had some nice food. I made some for her.
I was craving some shrimp pasta.
Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to be here, but do you want some? That would have been a thumbs up. But just coming in and just, you know,
selfishly making your own plate.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's kind of like when you go in someone's house.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm the kind of friend where, like, if you come to my house, I don't care if you go in the fridge. I don't care if you go in the pantry. You know that because you do it. I do. But, like, I don't care. Like, but some people they don't like that.
Yeah. Like me, I feel like I have a rule. Like, if it's your first time being there, I got you.
You ask.
After that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I would say thumbs down because she didn't obey the code.
Yeah, there's a code there for sure. Make some for everybody.
That's it.
Sweet. Well, guys, Andy, that's all I got.
All right, guys. Let's go out and have a good week. Be nice to each other. Remember, we're all on the same team. Except those tyrant people. They're not on our team.
And pedophiles.
They're not either.
Nope.
Okay. We'll see you next time. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.